customer's car up. IMPD not only not arrest this dude, they try to convince this dude to press charges against me for fucking kidnapping. When I'm a Indiana quote unquote citizen and by law got the right to make citizens arrests. That's what doesn't make sense. What doesn't make sense is when they called on Memorial Day, 2 years ago, told the police I threatened to kill my wife and my family, my wife, my mother-in-law, and then my grandkids, and then myself. And police showed up to my house, AR-15s all in my face, the whole motherfucking nine, surrounding my house. I've shown all that. That doesn't make sense. What doesn't make sense is the IMPD officer that on the body cam the night that the guy burned up my customer's car. Then I caught him coming back through, snatched him up, and held him for the police. What doesn't make sense is two of the officers was out there talking about that my wife called and reported me for sexually violating her, and there's been countless sexual violation calls on my property, and this never happened in my entire life. That's what don't make sense. I could sit here for the next 13 hours. I could sit here for the next 72 hours, goddamn it, saying what don't make sense. What don't make sense is somebody to not like you off the internet, off something you say off the internet, and then start trying to fuck with you and your family and your personal life and destroy you, your family, your personal life and think it's cute. Now that's what don't make sense. Look at the silence in the motherfucking chat. What doesn't make sense is IMPD has been aware of all this bullshit for 7 years and ain't done a goddamn thing about it. What doesn't make sense is IMPD pulling up telling me about my YouTube channel and acting like they don't watch that motherfucker and got a problem with me because I came out of YouTube in 2006 originally exposing them. Now that's what doesn't make sense. Yeah. I can keep going. But I'll be all fucking day and night and the next day and the next night. We just documenting everything. What doesn't make sense is out of all the reports that I've filed about all this bullshit and it was assigned a detective, what doesn't make sense is now one of them detectives contacted me back. Now one of them detectives did anything about it, followed up, no nothing. That's what doesn't make sense. What doesn't make sense is some of these reports I filed a month or so down the line, I'm calling to get a follow up because I ain't heard from the motherfucking detective that y'all supposed to have been assigning the case to. And a month or so later, you tell me that y'all ain't signed it to a detective yet. Yeah. Shit like that just don't make sense. I could do this shit all day. What doesn't make sense is that my wife worked at the same job for 19 years, and y'all motherfuckers, y'all the same motherfuckers who sit up here and laughed about trolls harassing her at her job when she had nothing to do with this and getting her fired from her job of 19 years based on the instructions of Tommy, because Tommy thought my wife was the sole breadwinner. So if he stopped her, make her get fired, then she gonna leave me or shut me up from exposing him. And that's what don't make no sense to me. It's a lot of shit don't make sense to me. I swear to God, I can go for the next 72 hours straight, easy, nonstop, about what don't make sense. What's the number of the local news station? Let's make some noise and draw attention to this injustice. See, let me explain something to you about that. First of all, there's a couple of news stations up here that don't like me because I exposed them for their fraudulent reports. That's number one. Channel 6, Sanchez. That motherfucker definitely hate me. That motherfucker tried to, the sovereign citizen game, a whole bunch of shit. When I exposed him for his lies and false information, he really was mad at me. Them motherfuckers started trying to cease and desist me, which didn't work. You see what I'm saying? I don't fuck with the news. I don't fuck with the news. Y'all don't even watch the news. Why are we talking about the news? Y'all don't even watch the news. Motherfuckers watch the internet, and the news watches the internet. And what is gaining traction and getting views is what then the news starts picking up these stories. They pick up these stories now through the internet. Are y'all not paying attention? These news people ain't picking up a lot of fucking stories that happen in society every motherfucking day. Real stories that should be broadcast so it brings attention to the shit. They waiting till the shit get them numbers on YouTube, on the internet, on Facebook. And y'all know this truth. Y'all know what I'm saying. It's 100% the truth. Fuck these news stations. Because I had to expose a couple of them. Real facts. Who do the majority of people listen to? A fucking 106 and what's the name of that show? What's that DJ Envy there? Their show or the news? Which one you think get more views? A lot of these big name YouTubers, which one get more views? Them or the news? Which one generate more views per month? Ain't no motherfucker sitting down watching no goddamn news like that no more. Yeah, Breakfast Club. Yeah, I mean, and I'm just using. I ain't saying they should run my story on Breakfast Club. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm actually trying to say is this: what do they watch? The internet or the fucking TV now? Even if it broadcasts on the news, ain't gonna be nothing but a bunch of white racist motherfuckers that don't give a fuck watching the motherfucker. It ain't gonna get nowhere. The only time you niggas go to the motherfucking news is when one of your family members get killed. And the only reason it's gaining traction is because y'all keep going to the motherfucking internet talking about the shit. So why would people say, God, man, these news the stations is full of shit? The internet is what it is, where it is. Do y'all notice that